the last two
I've
seasons.
just seen bits and pieces of it. I've never like actually sat down and like I'm gonna watch Rick and Morty. I just watched it for like hours.
Seasons like 1, 2, 3, and some of 4 they're fucking great.
They're funny. I think I've seen it all for the most part. I think it's pretty good. Definitely was a fan after Picklewick, before Picklewick, because beforehand it was just like, oh, there's too many people who think that the show you actually need to be smart to understand it, and I hate that. So
Yeah, the fan base kind of ruins that show a little bit.
it's kind of like anime fan bases where it's like, oh, you're full of like non-showering, stinky fat people. Like that's disgusting. Go fuck yourself. Or like just a bunch of like weebs that like over obsess over 16-year-olds, like canonical 16-year-olds.
They do be doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are, of course, live.
I fucking hate My Hero Academia fans. All you My Hero
First off,
Academia
she's 13.
fans, you're disgusting. Take a fucking shower and go get some fucking real taste in women, you fucking losers. At least
Johnny,
above
okay,
above
this
the
is-
age of
TED Talk.
18, god damn it.
Normally, Velocity Entertainment, being a judgment-free zone, but that's okay. Johnny coming in with his
I'm a guest star.
crazy hot takes.
I'm a
That's all
guest star. MHA fans are disgusting.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are, of course, live. Welcome to Velocity Movies in Review, where each and every Sunday we gather around this table and talk about a movie, franchise, or... Nope, just a franchise. Nothing or. Then we recap that movie and rank it against the other movies in the franchise. Right now, we are, of course, doing Rocky in Review.
Yep.
But we're getting to the end of the road here, boys.
Oh,
We got Creed 2 today. We got Creed 3 next week, and that's it for Rocky, at least until we get a Creed 4 in the future.
I'm not going to be back.
You don't have a choice, big dog.
You don't have a choice. You're locked in.
You sign the contract.
I'm
Now,
locked
every
in.
time a new Creed or Rocky movie comes out, you got to be here.
Fuck.
Die.
That's why, Jordan, Nick, and Tanner all got to come back for Jurassic Park in July.
Yep.
Oh, y'all
It is
do.
what it is.
I'm not. That's a little too much. That's too many movies.
If you're wondering what we're doing after this, you'll find out next week. We do have a plan for the next few weeks in review.
Fucking bitches
I
get
will
money.
reveal the sweet fucking intro video I made for it next week after our movie review, but we'll worry about that later. If you like the show, you can go to twitch.tv/velocitypod. You can go to youtube.com/velocitypod where you can subscribe to the podcast. You can follow the podcast. You can interact with us live in the chat when we talk about our movie opinions, whether good or bad. Let us know what you think.
Some of them are pretty bad.
If you're more of an audio podcast listener, that's totally fine because you can go to Spotify, you can go to Apple Podcasts where you can type in Velocity Entertainment. You can find over 200 episodes of Velocity Movies in Review and Velocity Entertainment proper, the regular podcast where we talk about nerdy shit, to binge watch and enjoy for over 200 episodes. You can have me inside your ears. It's great. How
And
you
me
feel
too.
about that, Tanner?
I'm in some of them. Me
Having
too.
me-
I think I'm
having
just
me-
used to it at this point.
Having me inside you, how do you feel about that? Great? Good.
I don't have to wear the headphones anymore. I just have to listen to you in real life, which is so much worse.
We get there, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Oh. Oh.
Kinda want the
Joining me.
headphones back, though.
What's that?
Kind of miss the headphones.
I do too.
Yeah, maybe someday.
I want Beats by Dre.
You buy them.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We're good on that.
I ain't supplying those headphones. You can have Sony shit
Skull
fucks.
candies.
Yeah, skull candies.
Mhm.
Joining me, we of course have Tanner Ellis. We have Nick Jurgensen and Jonathan Batista. Jordan was here, but he had a prior appointment he had to go to, so he will unfortunately miss this episode. But he has given us his ranking for this movie.
No, we all teamed up on him. Told him John Wick's the best.
All teamed
John-
up on him. He said.
John Wick, #1 Rocky movie.
His opinions on John Wick are trash.
It's
They're
terrible.
horrible. He's never even
Absolutely.
seen them.
He's never even seen him. He does it to get a rise out
Yeah,
of us. I get it.
It's funny though.
I get it.
Yeah,
I
I
get
bet
it.
he really hasn't seen him though.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't.
He's only seen 4, yeah.
Which is crazy.
And I'm
how
not convinced he's watched 4 all the way through.
Yeah, the stairs scene was stupid.
I feel like
whatever.
I feel like he just watched the stairs scene on TikTok and he was like, "This is stupid. This movie sucks," and then that was it. That's what I'm convinced.
You can't just watch a John Wick scene because it's all gonna be kind of stupid.
It's
'Cause
all
just-
it's all weird. You know, you don't know where you're going.
and he's
Watch
just
it. That's
killing
like watching
people.
a
He just
random
keeps
Star
killing
Wars
people.
movie.
Like,
I don't
why
know
does
what's
he
going
not
on.
stop killing people?
But we're not talking about John Wick today.
Yes, we are.
Today, we're talking about Creed 2, released on November 21st, 2018. 3 years.
Has it really been that long?
3 years after Creed 1.
bud.
It just feels.
You old as fuck.
I feel like it was a lot
You're
sooner.
aged like wine.
You notice he didn't say fine wine though. 'cause
Yeah,
he's
you didn't say fine.
Just
wine.
wants to be
Like
an
normal
asshole about
wine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
like normal regular
Why
ass
did I think
wine.
this movie came out during COVID?
Yeah,
No,
maybe the
almost.
third one. came out. during
2020 was
COVID.
cool.
No, not during COVID, did it?
2020.
Well,
was
I mean,
COVID.
if it's tracking the 2-3 years, then that would be 18, 19,
21.
20. That would be around the time.
Interesting.
We'll know next week, I guess, when I say the dates. But yeah, if it was that 2020 to 21 area, that would have been COVID for 3. So, this movie comes in at a clip 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Long ass movie.
It's not that long.
Long ass movie.
Directed by Stephen Caple Jr. First time he's directed a movie in this franchise.
Good for him.
He did great.
He did great. He had a budget. This movie had a budget of $50 million and a box office of, anybody want to guess?
It's 180.
50 mil.
180, 50 mil for the box office?
No, I'm just saying 50 mil.
50 mil
so, let's go 185.
185.
What was yours?
180.
Should have listened.
181.
Come on.
This movie comes in as the second highest grossing
Wow.
movie in the Rocky
Fuck.
franchise at $214.1
Come on down.
million. Johnny's the closest, I guess.
Yeah, I'm the closest.
181.
No, he said 184.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought. What was yours?
180.
Oh,
Technically,
fuck. What?
technically, I said 185.
He said
He said
180.
I
185.
said way lower, so I know what it is.
Yeah.
Left myself a small fucking window there, didn't I?
He only had like a $4,000
Yeah.
window.
$4 million window.
It would have been cool if it was 181.
Yeah, 182.
Oh, that would have been crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 214.1 million, making it the second highest grossing movie
Wow.
to date so far in the Rocky franchise, underneath Rocky 4 for some reason.
Which is crazy that Rocky 4 is.
Wow.
Some would say it's the best one.
Best.
That's
Oh, Jesus. I like
Um,
Rocky IV. America.
fuck yeah.
who do I want to start with here? Let's go with Johnny. I feel like he's going to be the lowest for some reason. What did you think about
I
Creed
liked
2?
it. It was cool. I mean, it wasn't like my favorite. Definitely not.
I liked it. It was cool.
It was cool.
I mean, I liked it. Like all the scenes were good. Like I liked how he fought Wheeler in the beginning, which was like this. We needed that back. I mean, he got fucking whopped. He got washed in that first encounter in sparring. Just terrible. He wasn't ready for it though. Wheeler was out of his prime by like 3 years. So I mean, you got that one back. Good job, but damn, bro, everything else was just like. Man,
Everything
you're kind of
else,
a fucking
except for the
crybaby.
first fight with
Holy
Wheeler.
shit, you're kind of a crybaby. Crybaby Creed. That's how I
Tanner,
felt.
what do you think?
That sums it up. Crybaby Creed.
Well, we were just talking about it there. I was like, kind of this. If you follow kind of the plot of this movie, it's very similar to 3 in the fact that he loses in the beginning, comes back and wins at the end. But I would say this movie was a lot better done than Rocky 3.
He lost against Wheeler? I thought he beat Wheeler in the beginning.
No, Drago.
Drago beat him.
My bad.
Wheeler has nothing to do with this movie.
Yeah, he does. He
Yeah.
has
Like, it's like
everything.
the first 8 minutes.
He has
and then
everything to do
talk
with
about
this
Wheeler
movie.
at all.
Andre
Like, the Wheeler
Ward
fight
is
was cool, but everything
awesome.
else dog
Respect-
shit.
Put some respect on Andre Ward's name, god damn it.
Yeah, it was kind of, they do the thing where it's like an unbeatable person. After the first fight, you're just like, this dude's unbeatable, it seems like. Especially when they put him side by side and you see how big he is and how bad he just fucking whoops on him. And then it's like, you go to the desert, you get that montage. But even during that montage, I'm like, still don't know how he's going to pull this shit off. But they give us a good montage, and the fight itself was really good.
I'll go next because I do disagree. I don't think he was ever like he's bigger. There's no doubt about that. But like we said, weight classes and heavyweight
Yep.
range from 50 pounds. There's nothing in between. But I don't think at any point in time we're told that he's unbeatable. Rocky even says it. Like, your mind wasn't there. Like, you won, but like you were messed up.
As far as like the bad guy goes, though, he like in my head, I'm just like, when somebody puts a beating on you that bad,
Yeah.
it's like
Like, he definitely
and it's
loses,
like
and I
you-
thought it was a fun, interesting way to make it a disqualification.
in 3
He loses,
yeah.
but he doesn't lose. You know,
in
that's
3 you get the like, okay, so here's how we're gonna come back and beat Clubber Lang. We're gonna get some speed and some movement, and we're gonna move our head. And this one, it's more or less just like, we're just gonna work our ass off. You got it this time. I was like, it wasn't like a this is our definitive path to how we don't get what happened the first time, you know. But I guess I liked it. I still like the way they went about it.
I liked this movie a lot. I thought it was better than Creed 1.
Really?
I liked the fight at the end.
Oh,
I got
drunk
to
as
finally
hell.
see it because Hulu was being gay. And I liked
Yeah,
the final scene of the movie is what got me because I didn't see it until this morning when he gave the ball to his grandson.
Yeah.
That was cool. It was a good movie. I said this morning, and I think you were right. I still feel this should have been the first one because it makes sense to tie in with it. Like it was his dad. It was kind of a revenge deal, you know. But it was still it was good. I thought it was better in the first one.
To go into my full thoughts, and this is what I said when you said it earlier. I feel like this movie being the first movie would have been just far too much for the first movie.
I get that.
The first movie, we need to be introduced to Adonis Creed. We need to see why he's adopted by Marianne. We need to see how he wants to be a boxer, why he wants to do that, what he's trying to prove. We need to introduce him to Rocky. Rocky needs to get cancer.
What if he took the cancer out, though?
You want to do that?
Yeah, well, if he took the cancer out, I mean, then you could probably do that, but we're not.
Well, yeah, but I feel like we need the cancer in the
then
first
you gotta
one,
make him
know what
die
I'm
from
saying?
ALS, which is
Well, apparently he's not in the third one, so somebody got his wish. He probably
I
died.
feel like we needed an introduction, a proper
Tanner.
introduction to Creed. Because like he says it in the first movie, like he needs to be his own character. You know what I'm saying? If immediately Creed comes out, it just needs to be a Drago thing. I'm like, oh, okay, well then the Creed character is just not good enough to stand on its own without such a heavy tie to what killed Apollo Creed in the first one, you know? So I really like that we got the first one. Yeah, all of the stuff from Creed is there, you know. He's like, oh, I'm not trying to be my father, I'm trying to make my own name. All that is there. But like also he's not fighting anything to do with his dad's opponents yet.
Yeah,
and it still makes a compelling movie. Like he fights Pretty Ricky Connolly, and like that's a fucking nobody, and it's still compelling.
Pretty Ricky.
But I'll give it to you though. For the walkout, the best one.
Fucking awesome,
Dude, it's
walkout,
great.
I say,
Amazing.
This movie, by far and away, is better than Creed, in my opinion. We get
also
everything about
love
Michael
the
B.
music
Jordan.
kind of
I think
hard.
is better written in this movie.
He's more ripped.
He's got more character. He's got more character arc. Yeah, he cries. I get that, but guess what? I mean, fucking, it's an emotional sport.
Yeah.
Fucking fighters cry. It happens. The entire movie, he's trying to fucking figure out what he's fighting for, and I love that, you know, because like when you get to that level, and I could never understand because you know I'm not a fucking world champion.
The desert
I'm a
scene.
boxer. You have to worry about the entire world being like, well, he's fighting fucking chumps. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't even know what the fuck he's doing. And that's all something you got to deal with at that level that we'll never understand. I think it does a really fucking awesome job of being like, hey, like I'm confused as to why I want to fight this guy, and so I'm gonna take it out on everybody else around me when you know I'm losing because I don't know why I'm fighting yet. And then when eventually he does figure it out,
Zayas.
good character, good character arc, best in the series, I would think, for Michael B. Jordan.
And he's faster.
What's that?
He just looks faster in that final fight.
He looks everything more in this movie.
He's like, Jesus.
He's fucking more buff. He's faster.
Yeah,
I
he's
feel like
running
there's a
in the
couple
desert.
frames in the fight where they like speed up the frame just to make it look like he's that much
They
faster.
could've, yeah.
And it looks good. Like it never looks like out of place for me. But yeah, it's no secret. This is my favorite Creed movie, and I think for now it's far and away better than the first. Emotionally, I think we get some of the best Rocky in this movie. Obviously, the end for Rocky is incredible.
Rockyisms.
Stare down.
The double stare down, that was really
Was
fucking
great, dude.
dope. We get that sweet shot that Jordan was mentioning where Rocky's sitting in the chair looking at the ring or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's-
Everybody's
that's
huddling around Adonis,
beautiful.
and then you just see the Creed as he's sitting there. The
Beautiful.
dark Creed to the bright juxtaposed. You know, like his time is over. It's time for his
Best
time.
trunks.
Really
best
awesome.
best trunks. Best
Best
shorts.
trunks.
Yeah, best trunks.
Ranking those trunks.
Yeah.
We got number one here.
They're cool.
They are, man. They're fucking awesome.
But yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
And that is
Anybody
the
last minute thoughts?
show. Creed.
Ooh, let me give you some fun facts, gentlemen.
Yeah, I got a question. What is it with you and that ball? Why don't you like that ball?
I love
He
the
loves
ball.
Oh, is it you that doesn't
Yeah,
like the
I love
ball?
I think the ball is okay. I think I hate the ball because Kyle loves the ball so much.
I think out of anybody in this room that would have a ball, it'd be you.
I like the ball.
I don't know if I would have a ball.
I think you should. That should be your walkout. Just bounce the ball.
No. Definitely not.
Some fun facts for this movie, you guys. Rocky, now training Apollo Creed's son, is 2 years older than Mickey was when he trained Rocky Balboa in the first Rocky movie.
Oh, really?
2 years older.
Like in real life, 2 years older?
Yeah, in real life.
How old?
I didn't say the age, but
Because in Grumpy Old Man, he was 95. So
yeah. So I mean,
And that was in the
Holy
mid '90s.
shit.
Yeah.
He
Burgess
died.
Meredith?
Yeah, he died
That's
during the
20
second
years
one.
after Rocky.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking to myself. I'm like, I didn't realize he was that old when he died. Like, I thought he.
He
fucking
died
in
during the
his 80s.
second
Right.
Grumpy Old Man. He died during it. He was
Jeez.
95.
Burgess Meredith's fucking old.
Yep. He
Was.
said he always said in that movie, "I think God forgot about me." And it's
Yeah, he
it's a
old
good
ass
line.
boy. He old ass boy.
Old ass dirty boy.
Dolph Lundgren collaborated with director Stephen Gable Jr. to change his physique and the age of the character to Drago to visually translate the poverty and suffering endured. He even colored his teeth yellow for the movie.
Who
Just
did?
to show Dolph Lundgren.
Oh,
Just
really?
to show that like poverty and stuff is taking its toll on his size and his physique. Because he's noticeably a lot more like, you know.
Yeah, it doesn't look.
He's still
hunched,
big for an old
I
dude.
mean, he's still big for an old dude. That's just Dolph. Like you
Yeah, I
can't,
know he's just a big
you
dude.
can't make Dolph small.
Just Russian. You can't make.
You can't make
Dolph
Dolph a dwarf. You know.
The
You can't
old
dwarf.
Dolphadorf.
No, for door.
Big ass head, little ass body.
Our favorite character in this movie, Bridget Nielsen, who reprises her role from Rocky IV as Ivan Drago's ex-wife, Ludmilla,
Bitch.
is, of course, the real-life ex-wife of Sylvester Stallone.
And former
They were
gun lord.
engaged during Rocky IV, married after the premiere, and divorced 2 years later. So they had a good run.
They had a good run.
They didn't even make it to Rocky V.
Real good run.
And she's tall as shit too.
She is, dude.
Eagle-eared listeners will notice
I
that,
did that.
during the filming of the final fight scene, Michael Buffer introduces Adonis Creed as Apollo Creed and then immediately realizes his mistake in the movie. You can see it on his face.
Was that accidental or was that like
It was
written out?
accidental, yeah. I think he just said Apollo. They just kept it in the movie, I guess.
Apollo.
Apollo.
I did not notice that.
Yeah.
I know how fucked
I
up
didn't
that'd
notice that
be
either.
when he starts calling you by your dad's name instead.
That's fucked up.
We'll
Or is
get
that
there.
I'm surprised I didn't notice that.
Like really, even if that wasn't an accident.
Yeah, I
like,
paid attention for it this time when we were just watching it, and he does.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. That's crazy.
Michael B. Jordan had undergone very intense physical training to be credible on the screen. He trained 2 to 3 times a day and followed a very strict diet and regimen. And it
And
fucking shows.
it shows.
Like, Jesus Christ, he's more buff in this movie. I'm like, fucking A, Michael B. Jordan.
Calm
He's coming
down.
for that Michael A. Jordan title. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Black Superman. Black Superman.
Once upon a time, he got bullied for that. Yeah.
What? For being Black Superman?
Yeah, they were like, let's make Michael B. Jordan Black Superman, and then like the internet
The world
bullied
exploded.
him for it.
Oh.
Like he didn't even say it.
Yeah.
Like just other people on the internet said it, and they're just like, "Fuck you, Michael B. Jordan. Fucking, you suck." And it's like he didn't even like campaign for it. Same thing happened to Donald Glover. Like,
Oh really?
They were like, he should be Miles Morales, Black Spider-Man,
What the hell?
and like he didn't
I
even
would
say it.
love him in that.
Oh
dude.
yeah, that'd be
Really?
great.
He didn't even say it, and the internet was just like, "Get fucked, Donald Glover. You suck, dude. He would suck." And then like started coming for him. I'm like, dude, he didn't even say
I think he
it.
would kind of suck as Miles Morales.
He kind of looks. Like
Okay, internet.
I think the thing was they wanted him to
Internet.
be Peter Parker, and they were like, "Black guy is Peter Parker."
I got damn right. No, I'm kidding.
Hell
I'm kidding.
While often
Not with
mentioned,
my daughter.
this is the first Rocky/Creed movie where a match ends with someone throwing in the towel.
Finally.
That got me by
For the
Finally.
first time, it caught me by surprise when I first watched it
Me
too. I was
too.
like, it's a nice full circle moment
It
for
is.
sure.
Well, because we just watched the last fight in the living room before we came in here. It was like, oh, he won that round for sure. I'm like, this is a Rocky fight. We don't count rounds. None of these go to decision,
Oh,
except for the first and the second. Or no, the first. First one?
The
Just
first one in
twin.
Balboa
Yep.
go to
Balboa.
decision.
Okay, gotcha. Balboa.
And lastly
They don't
here,
matter.
Milo Ventimiglia,
Huh?
I think that's how you say it, reprises his role as Robert Balboa Jr. 12 years after his appearance in Rocky Balboa. So
Still
it's kind of
young.
cool to see him pop up.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like that's not a hard one to convince me to do. It's like all you got to do is pop up at the end and say "What's up, Pop," and then walk.
This is
him
your
out.
here's your line. This is your grandpa.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, man. I mean, like, I always wonder. You know, obviously, actors get paid. I don't know, is it per movie or like by? 'cause,
There's
like,
a certain standard.
I'm like, yeah, like if you
minimum
come in and have
wage
3
you get
lines,
paid.
how much do you get paid? You know,
The minimum.
I've
Standard.
always wondered that because
can't
I'm like, I
remember
mean,
what it
that's
is.
got to be an easy
The
one to convince me to
minimum
come back.
standard.
For.
Whatever contracted in their contract.
Well,
The
it's a-
manager- I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
Kevin Smith
nobody
talks
knows.
about it a lot. Like,
Nobody knows.
It's not like fight purses.
It's
you know,
not
where
very
like
much.
Half, and then I take some if you miss weight because you're fat as shit.
Well,
You
clearly, but again, if somebody's
clearly,
like, what did he get paid in Balboa? Because he had a role.
He probably
Or
got
I
was
paid
wanted
paid
to
he
for-
mention
probably-
also.
Balboa.
three
probably got
lines.
paid like $5
Free
grand or
money.
something.
I wanted to
Which
mention
one
also.
was
I forgot
better?
to mention it earlier, but Super Down to go to the gym.
Think about it.
We'll see. Me, you, Johnny, Jim. Anyway.
Johnny's like, what?
No.
Johnny's like, I really
Johnny's
don't
going
wanna-
I've already been here 6 days a week. I'm good. I need a fucking rest day, please.
Johnny needs a nap.
Yeah, well, you know, you think your opponent's taking fucking
Ain't
naps?
no
Yeah, I do
rest for the
actually.
wicked.
That's
I
all
actually
I'm
do. I
saying.
think he does take a day off.
Don't let anybody outwork you. dude.
Oh
That's all
my
I'm
god,
saying.
you're the fucking.
I'm gonna tell Trey. I'm gonna be
Hashtag
like, Johnny's
no
gonna
days
let
off.
his opponent outwork him. bitch.
Hashtag
You
no
don't
days
tell
off.
Trey shit like that after I've already been doing all this PvP with him.
I like how Trey like missed 2 fucking workouts yesterday and then had to make a post like coming in late. He had to come in late, Trey, because you
Coming
did.
in late.
Oh man, I love it. Let's get to the plot of this movie, huh, gentlemen? We got a good one to get through. The setting is Kyiv, Ukraine. I love this opening of the movie.
Because you got booted. No.
We get just a big fucking meaty dude.
Straight to the
Meaty.
gulag.
Just waking up
Straight to the-
straight to the gulag. That's funny, dude.
That's a good one.
Big boy. We learn his name is Victor. Wakes up to get some training done. We get the reveal of the dude walking out to the balcony. We don't know who the dude is. He walks out to the balcony. Victor like kind of gets ready, walks out to meet him. Pan over to his face. It's fucking Drago.
Putin.
We're like, oh shit, dude. It's boxing Putin. That's not good. Ivan Drago, of course, has woken his son up to start training. To which they later go to a boxing match in Ukraine where Victor competes against another man about the same size and strength as him. They're about similar in size.
Both their
And
Russians.
Victor just ruthlessly knocks this motherfucker out.
I don't know if I'd say that. No, I'm just
He
kidding.
whoops
He
his ass.
fucking
He whoops
his
this dude's ass.
It's pretty good.
Of
how they
course,
do it.
watching this fight in the crowd is son of famous Duke Washington Evans or whatever, George Washington Duke, the son of George Washington Duke, Buddy Marcel. It's not, but
I was gonna
how
say
crazy,
like,
how crazy would that have been? They've been like, guess what? We're not forgetting about Rocky V. It's canon.
He just comes in wearing a fur coat, and they just put a little bit of gray in his hair. Junior.
Tommy
Yeah.
Gunn is still his bodyguard.
I said this to Tanner, but this dude that plays Buddy Marcel looks more like Carl Weathers
Yeah.
than fucking
He really does.
And then Carl Weathers.
Michael B. Jordan does. I was like, wouldn't it be crazy if like they hired this dude to be the other son of Creed, the one that we see running around in Rocky 3 or Rocky 4? Wouldn't it be crazy if they hired this guy to be him and he's Adonis, his older half brother, and he's like, hey man, you about to fuck up Dad's legacy? What you doing fighting this dude?
About to be a
That would have been
manager
crazy.
for his
That would have been crazy.
half-brother? That would be crazy.
So we got to do this Drago fight. Do it for Dad.
Do it for Dad. In the 3 years since he made a name for himself, Adonis Creed, also known as Michael B. Jordan to some people, he's managed to score 7 wins in a row after losing to Pretty Ricky Conlon years earlier. He is set to go up against Danny the Stuntman Wheeler, famously known for knocking his bitch ass out in the first movie and taking his Mustang.
Yep.
I lost my place in my
Did he get his
paragraph.
Mustang
Uh-oh.
back?
He
He
got
sure,
his
he
Mustang
sure
back.
gets his Mustang back.
He pulls up in it too.
Donnie's, of course, visited by Bianca, who is once again played by Tessa Thompson, who gives him the little sign, like, did you take a shit? And he's like, yeah. I like that little moment.
Yeah. Cut my gloves. that was funny.
I got to take a shit. They step into the ring and they get it on. He fights Wheeler, eventually winning the fight and earning the cheers of thousands of fans, while also winning back the keys for his Mustang.
Let's go.
Can't forget that
He
little
beat
detail.
Andre Ward. Let's go.
In the
That's what
hallway
the
of the
movie's
hotel after the match.
Credits.
Credits. That's it. According to Johnny, he just tuned out after this.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah,
He got his Mustang back, and
Ivan had a son.
there ain't no more movie after this. After the match in the hotel room hallway, Donnie approaches Rocky Balboa, played once again by the venerable Sylvester Stallone, with an engagement ring that he wants to give to Bianca, but he isn't quite sure what to say. He asks Rocky what he said to Adrian
Take her
when,
to the zoo.
when he proposed. He says it was something stupid, but it was...
it's something stupid.
He tells her, he's like, I wonder if you wouldn't mind maybe marrying me so much, or whatever he says.
Come down to the
He
restaurant.
does it. Yeah, he does it.
As he
If you
what?
wouldn't mind,
Takes
you know,
it
get
to the
married.
zoo.
We do get a call back to the zoo.
Yep.
He's like, I took her to the zoo. There was this tiger back there. I was like, Tiger gets a shout out. That's cool.
Mr. Tiger. Never came to the fucking wedding.
I don't remember. Do you see his turtles in this movie?
Yeah.
No, I
No,
don't
you
think
don't. You don't.
We don't really go into his house at all. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I want to go in.
The boils down to Rocky just saying, "Hey, man, it doesn't matter what you say. Just talk with your heart." You know what I'm saying? Like, don't talk with this, and it'll all work out.
Rocky should stop talking with this.
And blocking with this.
Should stop blocking with this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the way you
should have
block
done
punches.
that 10 years ago. But
I
you know,
think
it is
more
what it
than
is.
that.
Maybe 30.
Big 40,
40.
He's been boxing a long time.
God damn, Rock. 30 almost 4
Damn near
decades.
50.
Almost
That
4
night in the
decades.
hotel room, Bianca's getting out of the shower, getting ready for bed as Adonis. Yeah, dude, Tessa Thompson, dude. Fucking A.
Did she ask about me?
Did she?
Not when I texted her today, no.
Oh.
Adonis, of course, pulls the ring out and starts telling her how he feels. All of this good shit about it, basically. Like,
Said, hey, now that you signed a record deal, trying to lock you down.
I don't think he
And
knows that at this point.
She
though.
said
I
no.
don't think she tells him until later.
She said no.
He expresses his feeling
hear.
towards her, but of course, having just got out of the shower, her hearing aid wasn't put in and turned on quite yet, so she didn't hear a single word of it. And I love this scene, dude. It's so good because she turns around and she's like, "Fuck!" and slams the door in his face, and then opens the door and she's like,
Are you serious, D?
"What did you say?" And I love it when he says he's like,
stumbles.
"Nothing you
Yeah,
don't already
no,
know."
no, yeah.
And she's like, "Remind me." I was like, "Oh man, these two, they have fucking
Yeah,
great
good-
chemistry."
yeah,
I
good
love it.
chemistry.
I just got a big
it
shitty
on.
grin on my face the entire time this whole scene's going.
That's what you hear playing in that hotel.
That butt.
Okay.
Dead
Bianca is of course overwhelmed initially, but she isn't sure what to think. But after Donnie assures her how much she means to him, she accepts his proposal. It's on.
Creed.
These two like each
And-
other.
like a slow mo of them like about to have sex, then it just go Creed.
Yeah, they do the nasty. I forgot about that. They
do,
definitely get in there and do the nasty, which she just got out of the shower, so that sucks. You know, you got to go shower again, but whatever. You engaged.
She walked
That,
all
I think
flavor
that's the
off,
least
you
of
know?
the problem there.
And I would like to just give another shout out to Michael B. Jordan for once again waiting until after the fight to get it on. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
like respect. Women weak and legs. You know,
Weak and legs.
like win the
Yeah.
fight,
Then go
Then
weak.
go-
then
then
and-
go win the
yeah,
fight.
Go
You know what
weak.
I'm
and-
saying? then go win another fight.
Go out and tear up the town.
Did you hear the bell?
Tear out the 10. Great.
I didn't hear no bell.
Tear up the top. At least they had good. eyes.
Rocky visits Adrian's grave to talk to her again. He mentions that he hasn't spoken to their son Robert since he left Philadelphia years ago, and he hasn't even met his grandson. He's tried calling him a few times, but he just doesn't know what to say, so he hangs up. Really fucking, just a good scene. Again, the chair is still in the tree.
Yeah.
I just love that after 20 years, the chair is still in the tree. He still brings her a rose. He still brings
I
Polly
just love that the tree or that the chair is still put together after weather and all that.
He probably buys an $120 bottle.
No, that.
He probably brings multiple chairs. You'd think
I want to know where the bottle went. Who keeps jacking the bottles?
Homeless people.
They have to.
they have to clean everything up off of
Yeah,
this.
I have a friend that works at
Really?
cemetery. Yeah, and they go by.
So
it
what do
and
they
just
do with
clean
all the bottles of liquor?
Are they,
People keep them.
they probably
can do
keep them
whatever
or
they
throw them
want,
away.
I'd be
I
pissed.
guess.
But that was a $150 bottle. What the
Throw
fuck
away-
is that
you throw
back?
away certain stuff, but I'm 100% positive there's shit that they
They
keep.
probably
yeah.
keep a bunch. Yeah.
For you today, Patron. Big ass bottle of tequila.
Henny.
Still not his homie. Doesn't dump it out.
Henny. I know you don't like the people, but you like the drink.
Open it up. Drop some Percocets in it. You would love that in 2025,
Drop
Polly.
some Jolly Ranchers and some Sprite in.
You gotta get some good things, some Zans. Bring them back to 2016. You feel me?
Damn.
The Dragos arrive in Philadelphia. Oof, it's trouble. With, of course, Buddy backing him. Ivan visits Rocky in the restaurant in this fucking scene, man. I love it. Rocky comes into the restaurant, and it's just a dude sitting all by himself in the thing. And he's like, nice pictures. There's no pictures of me. He's like, no, there's no pictures of you.
Crazy though, because like,
That was one of his biggest fights.
yeah, like,
And there
it's
was
just
no picture.
no. I don't get. I guess I.
Not
I mean,
even Rocky beating his eyes. Like,
because Rocky said he's like, yeah, it didn't feel right or something like that, right?
Yeah, because
I
Creed.
I think
died.
I think he said that fight was between us or something along those lines.
But yeah, it was just. It's, I don't know.
Like that fight was just for us or something
you know,
like
instead
that.
of like Rocky.
It's like, man, I got kicked out of my country after losing that fight. You didn't even put a picture up for me.
You didn't sign it.
That's crazy.
This is the first time they've been face to face in over 30 years. Meanwhile, Adonis and Bianca go out to celebrate their new engagement. They go to, what is it? It's a Philly shop, I think.
Max's.
Is it Max's? I
Max's
thought that was like
cheesesteaks.
I thought that was like a
Cheesesteaks.
standing one, but you're right.
Isn't that famous one? I thought. Yeah.
That's the famous one where you got
That's
to
where we're
run.
going.
Oh, are
That's
you
the
gonna go
plan.
to Philly then? You're not gonna go to what was it, Spain?
Oh, I don't know when I'm doing it, but
Oh.
I'm supposed to be going for the Eagles-Cowboys game that's in Philly. Is the game plan?
That town is gonna
He's not
burn
going.
down.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I'm.
You wouldn't like it. You got Ku Klux members over there.
Of course.
No, they just look like,
I believe that.
Of course, while they're eating, the news is running the story that the Dragos are in town and they're looking to set up a fight with Creed. Even going so far as to show footage that was never shown before. This is uncut footage that they had to recut for this movie of Ivan Drago killing Apollo Creed on the news. I'm like, God damn, dude. Like, do we have to show
Yeah,
that?
the amount of times that they kind of
Yeah,
like put it in Apollo's face, like your dad died.
Apollo's
Fuck
face?
it. Or see, I did it too. Me and Buffer.
Michael B. Jordan.
But it's like
They
Adonis.
don't
They
all
do it.
look the same, Tanner. Gosh, be respectful.
Racist.
He got you.
Continue, Kyle.
He got you, man.
Adonis. They keep putting it in his face that they killed his dad to hype
Oh,
his
yeah.
fight up.
Oh, yeah.
Creed.
The news people don't fail to mention why this match is one to behold, being that Victor is the son of the man who killed Adonis's father. Meanwhile, at Adrian's, Ivan tells Rocky just how much he lost when Rocky defeated him back then. He lost all the respect from Russia. His wife left him and Victor. So this match is especially personal to him. And then he says, "My boy, or Victor will break your boy." And I'm like, "Ooh yeah, another banger from Drago. Love it." During one of Bianca's concerts, Buddy approaches Donnie on the second floor. This fucking dude, man.
Don't like him.
Do we like him
No.
more or less than Duke?
Less.
Washington
I think
Duke.
less than
Less.
Duke, because Duke had a personality.
Yeah.
Duke had that Don King thing.
It's
going.
it's like with him.
Did you
It was
say
like
Don King thing?
Yeah,
It-
he had like
that's-
a
yeah.
Don King thing going.
oh yeah, that's exactly who they based that character.
That's
off
a
of,
good,
yeah.
yeah.
But it was like he had a money purpose. Like what he did was to sell fights. This dude, it's almost like it's fucking personal the way he treats this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kind of.
It's not like he's like hyping up anything other than like, hey.
He wants
And
to
it's
see.
almost like he like talks about him like it seems like we killed your dad. You weren't there. You weren't even born.
You weren't there.
Yeah.
Buddy shows up and does say that Bianca has a beautiful voice, and I'd have just dropped him right there, but it's fine, whatever.
Hey, low key though.
Drop some
the
other guy for
music
calling
she
you
be
Baby
dropping,
Creed.
The music she drops in Creed is hot fire as fuck. I
Yeah,
don't know about you
dude,
guys.
it's so good.
It's genuinely
Um,
really good fucking music.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if I didn't look it up, but I wonder if that's Tessa Thompson singing or somebody else.
It's
I'm
gotta be
Probably
somebody
is.
else.
I have to
There's a
look it
lot
up.
of
She
actresses
can't be
that
that
can
hot
sing.
and that talented.
She
ain't
can.
Zendaya.
She can.
Yes,
and
she
probably
can.
will.
Yes, she can.
She can't be Zendaya. They
She
can't be
sure
two
the
Zendaya.
fuck can be.
Who the fuck are
She
you?
sure could be.
are you? Your biggest fan? Go to your fan club,
Buddy
fanboy.
Buddy uses this opportunity to essentially goad Donnie into taking the fight with Victor. Afterwards, thinking about all of this, Adonis goes to talk with Rocky about it, thinking that he wants to take the match, and doesn't go well. Rocky doesn't want to see history repeat itself, and he tries to convince Adonis to rethink this decision to fight Victor, but he's pretty adamant in going forward with it, and this fucking conversation between these two is great, dude, because he's just like, I fought that guy in Russia, and that guy broke things in me that have never healed. And I'm like, fuck, that's a good line, man.
I don't know. You were throwing them hurt bombs on Balboa. It was fun to me, but you know.
Yeah, but like, come on. Like, he's
No.
never been the same.
Yeah,
His brain's
yeah.
more relaxed after
He
that.
gave him more Rockyisms.
However, Adonis seems unshaken by wanting to do this, and Rocky says if he wants to go through with it, he will have to do it without him.
Dickhead.
He decides to sit this one out and refuses to drain Donnie for this fight.
I kind
because
of understand
he's
why he
with it.
became a crybaby after that, low key, because it's like, dog, come on. You're like the only person that genuinely knows what to do against this. Like, what the fuck?
I
It would,
get
it
it.
would be just fucking like, this is the guy who got me here, and now he's not here, so he has to go to the dude, the trainer of the dude who didn't want to train him, and he just beat his guy for the belt.
Right.
It's like, that seems like a big change up for getting ready for the biggest fight of your life.
Yeah,
Would
no
you be
shit.
mad?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Would you
Well,
be
yeah.
mad?
Yeah, yeah.
Would you?
Without a doubt. And I mean, it just
I'm
adds
just asking
to,
you guys. You guys are fighters.
Rock.
So.
and it just adds
Rock, where you going?
it just adds more to the shit that Adonis is worrying about in this movie. There's just a lot of shit on his mind. You know what I'm saying? It just reinforces, in my opinion.
I'd be happy.
he's focusing on too much. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck Rocky. You don't
We
need
did get a moment earlier where Bianca asks Donnie if they should move to Los Angeles because she can go a lot further in Los Angeles than she can in Philly, and that she has been signed. So they're like, what about Rocky? I don't want to leave Rocky. But
You don't
after the conversation,
Rocky left us.
after the conversation, they do decide to go, head back to Los Angeles. Donnie and Bianca now settling in to their new apartment in Los Angeles. Looks real nice. I'll just give it
It's
that.
really
You know,
nice.
what a nice little apartment with a nice big window, a little studio for B. It's great. Later, they go to the home of Marianne, who is, of course, once again played by the gorgeous Felicia Rashad. And she does great. I love her. She's great in the third one. We'll get there. To try and tell her about the fight. But when Donnie tries to approach the subject, Marianne instinctively guesses that Bianca is pregnant. And they're like, nah, I ain't pregnant. Goes to take a big old drink of wine. She like spits it all back into the cup. I'm like, fuck.
And then Donnie goes, let me smell that pee stick. You pregnant.
What the fuck, Don?
The fuck.
Although the couple laughs it off at first, they then go take a pregnancy test, which confirms that she is, in fact, pregnant.
They were hitting it raw too much.
He
Beat me to it.
It was that shower sex.
It should have been me.
It was that after shower sex. Got her. Gotcha, bitch.
It is
Or you
what
signed
it
a
is.
contract. I ain't pulling out.
Donnie got her.
Wow.
I'm gonna change your birth control with Tic
A
Tacs.
The orange ones too.
More
Not
like,
even the same
more
color.
like a Donna's breed. Am I right?
Hey!
Wrap it up, dude. We're fucking done.
Wrap it
Wow.
up.
Done.
Wow.
Cut
Fall
it.
down
Cut
over
it.
there.
It's gonna be another bastard child. Johnson.
Oh.
Johnson.
Adonis then goes to tell Marianne about the fight. She's understandably upset. What's that?
he said bastard child. Immediately, I was like, plot twist. It's fucking Victor Drago's baby. Now he's really got to fight.
Now he can't back out. Dude.
Rocky calls. I heard it's Victor's baby. I'm back in. Fuck, dude.
Marianne is understandably upset about the news. She obviously does not want to hear him involved in another fight with a Drago after Apollo and that whole situation.
That name just got to make her eye twitch.
I do love that how he's like, mom knows best. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I got to do this because Apollo. I got to do it for Apollo for Dad. And he's like, fucking bullshit, dude. Why are you really doing this? I'm like, you can't lie to Ma, dude.
Mama knows best.
The next day, Adonis goes to find Tony Little Duke Ivers, played by Wood Harris, most famously known, of course, for Julian
Julius, sorry,
and Remember
Julius.
the Titans.
Left side.
Oh, really?
Left side, strong side.
Julius Kid.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a good
In
movie.
the final fight, he should have said that. He should have gave it to him.
They should've-
When he was
like,
all
what?
broken his ribs. Left side.
He's like,
Left
where are
side.
your ribs broken? And Duke's like, left side.
Yeah. That'd be great. Come on, one time.
This movie immediately becomes an 11 out of 10 if he looks at the camera and goes, left side.
Left side. And does the eyebrow thing
Breaks the
too.
fourth wall.
That's true.
Lifts the eyebrows.
It
Left
becomes
side.
an 11 out of 10 if that happens.
Little Duke is, of course, the son of the man who trained Apollo, and he asks Little Duke to train him for the upcoming match, not just for his father, but for both of their fathers. And then they pan up to the picture of Duke cornering Creed, and I'm like, they knew what they were doing, man. Tugging on my nostalgia strings. Fuck out of here.
Then he proceeds to go get fucked up.
Soon, not long after, the match between Donnie and Victor is held. Prior to the match, Ivan makes a comment about Apollo that sends Donnie into a rage. He says, "You're much smaller than your father." And I'm like, "You motherfucker."
That's a
dude.
good one.
It
That's a
is.
good one.
His truth hurts.
It
I mean,
is.
he is much
He is.
smaller, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, still, you didn't really need to say that. I feel like,
Yeah, probably could have left that one alone.
Are you smaller
but
than
he
your
did it on
father?
purpose.
No.
Are you smaller than your father?
No.
No, not by a long shot.
No.
It depends what you consider size.
Well, you're not gonna ask me what the fuck?
You don't matter.
No,
you ain't
I'm
even
bigger
that
than my
big.
dad.
You
No,
ain't
I'm
his
bigger
father-
than my dad, though.
His father was God. So.
Yeah.
What?
Because
That's how old
he's,
he is.
he's old as Jesus. You know?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Did you have one?
I was, I was the OG carpenter.
How old was your dad when he had you?
About 900.
9,000.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Are we living in fucking Old Testament times? Why are they living
exactly
this?
No,
what we
I
just
was
said.
I was born in New Testament.
This is the joke. Later on during the match, Donnie seems confident in himself, managing to get in a few good headshots on Drago.
Yay!
Looking pretty good to start with.
Yay!
To start with. But Victor comes back with some big, powerful shots of his own, breaks his ribs. It's
Break 'em.
nasty. Rocky is, of course, watching
Apparently
the
I'm
fight from
not
Adrian's.
Allowed
in
to say that
Philadelphia.
word now because I
Break
can't
'em.
pronounce it right.
What?
Haymaker.
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 Yeah, but I said it earlier.
You
and
said
you're
it earlier.
Hey!
You're like,
Hey!
Did y'all hear
Hey,
that?
Hard R. I was like, sorry.
Careful.
Victor delivers some more hard punches to Donnie's broken ribs, eventually fracturing them even more. He lands one more brutal rib shot, which takes Donnie down. But in his excitement, Drago takes a step in and releases a nasty punch to Adonis, who is down on his knees, disqualifying him from the bout and sending the belt back home with Adonis. Disqualified.
Sending it to the hospital.
Sending him to the fucking.
Sending him to the hospital with the belt.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Disqualified. They leave in shame once again. Not really.
No, I was
They're
gonna
like,
say.
they're
Honestly,
like,
the
"Yeah,
whole
we can
crowd.
beat him.
The
We can
crowd
beat
was
him."
going fucking nuts. Going nuts. Cocoa nuts.
Everyone else watches with concern as Adonis is out cold during all of this. He is asleep.
Wait, he still has the belt.
He does still have the belt.
Yeah. What can you do?
Scoreboard.
It appears that Adonis's spirit and drive is broken as he spends his time recovering. He starts to become distant from Bianca. Little Duke later approaches Donnie and tells him that Victor wants a rematch, but nah, he ain't thinking about that yet. We even do get a little shot of Rocky coming in from Philadelphia to check on Creed, to which he's still just like he's not himself. Cusses Rocky out, you know, he's broken.
Mad.
And even Bianca being like, Rocky loves you, man. Like, chill out. And he's like, oh, fucking, I don't care, blah, 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 you know.
Fuck that old man.
Fuck that old man. That sick old man.
You fight.
He fought for you, dog.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, Adonis.
Fight.
Whatever. Yeah, he's distant. He's healing. We do get really good shots of him doing recovery. I like the screaming underneath the water when he sits down there and he just yells as loud as he can because nobody can hear him. Things like that.
The scenes in this movie and during that.
There's a lot of good
really,
scenes
really
in this movie.
Good.
A lot of good scenes, a lot of good
Fucking
lines.
picture, yeah.
Yeah, outside of Delphi Gym, Little Duke tells Adonis, like, hey, man, it doesn't have to be Drago, but, like, you got to pick an opponent soon or we're going to have to forfeit that belt. You got to defend. And he's like, yeah, man, I'll think about it. Why don't you go in and get started? I'll be in a second. And he fucking just leaves. Just drives off.
Bye.
You see from inside the gym his Mustang back out and leave. He just seems disinterested. Doesn't really care. God damn it, dude! I love this next scene though because Rocky's in Philadelphia. He's chilling, and he gets a little piece of mail from Marianne in Los Angeles, and he opens it up and fucking what is it? It's an ultrasound. And on the back of it, it says, "He still needs you, Marianne." And I get chills. I just got chills. I just got chills saying it, dude. He still needs you. And I just said it again, and I got chills for the second time in 40 seconds just saying it.
It's like having two orgasms back to back. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
You ever had that? Not me. I'm a one-shot cannon, boy. As soon as I go, I'm out.
This inspires Rocky.
Cap fair.
You know, like a double-barrel shotgun. You know what I'm saying? Kaboom!
This inspires Rocky to make a surprise appearance at Donnie's apartment where he attempts to inspire confidence in him. And I'd say he kind of does the trick. You know what I'm saying?
Those Rockyisms.
His Rockyisms.
His Rockyisms.
A lot of good Rockyisms in this movie. Juxtaposed to this, the Dragos are having a celebratory dinner for Victor's success, and this just looks like the worst dinner ever. It's like every government official from Russia just at the table, and then like Victor in like a sweatshirt.
Dude, it's just it's such a cringy dinner. Not like cringy in like a this is way. Like
It's
Like
genuinely
it's
uncomfortable.
you
Like,
really
that
have.
was their intention, and they succeeded.
Yeah.
I was
made
like
you
they
uncomfortable.
really had him and his dad. They're having dinner at this official's house, who's now with his mom.
Yeah,
in
dude.
front of them.
Raw.
That's just
Raw.
It
It's
gave me
messed
the
up.
fucking
Like
ick,
it's
dude.
cringeworthy intentionally.
Yeah, it gave me the fucking ick.
Raw. They don't got protection in Russia.
No.
They're having dinner with these people, but it is interrupted when Ivan's ex-wife and Victor's mother, Ludmila, played by Bridget Nelson, shows up with her new husband out of the blue.
Putin.
Victor is displeased and fucking leaves, but Ivan follows him out and says that these people are there for them, and he's like, I don't give a fuck. She left us. What are we doing here, man? Mm-hmm. And I kind of like Victor in this scene. He's like, like, why are we out here? Like, they abandoned us for one loss. I like that. Fuck her. That's not my mom.
Yeah. Hashtag not my mom.
Putin doing things to people, bro.
Putin. Putin. It's because he's putting it in her.
Talking to Rocky, Adonis is interrupted by a phone call saying that, oh, hey, it's happening, baby. Bianca's giving birth. They rush to the hospital, and Rocky tells him, this is the most important day of your life. Like, this is going to be like your favorite day. A little callback to when he's like, besides the birth of my son, this has been the greatest day of my life. Little callback. I like that. Bianca does give birth to a little baby girl that she and Adonis name Amari. Like that.
It's a good name.
The doctors then do the test.
Why don't you
on
say?
Amara
Why don't you
to
pick
see
something easy like Kate or Becky?
Kate or Becky.
Rocky, she's gonna be black.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
that's right,
Yeah, I
that's
forgot
right.
another Rockyism. That's a good line. Oh, I forgot.
Kate Creed.
Kate Creed? Yeah, it's got a ring to it.
Kate.
You remember she's black, right? Oh, I forgot.
He's funny. He's so funny. That's your uncle.
After giving birth, the doctors then take Amara to see if she has the same hearing problem as her mother, and to their dismay, the doctors determine that Amara is, of course, born deaf.
There was a scene there
Another
where I
good
thought
movie. What's that?
There was a scene there where she was like putting her hands in front of her face, and I'm like, is she blind too? Oh my god, this baby is not gonna. Is this Helen Keller baby? What the fuck is going on here?
I do like the scene. I do like the scene before the test between Rocky and Adonis, where he's like, "What if it comes back bad?" And he's like, we'll deal with it. And he's like, "Are you still gonna love her?" And he's like, "The fuck you mean? Of course I'm still gonna love her."
Yeah.
Like, well, then that's all that matters.
About smack the
You
shit
know?
out of Rocky.
That
for
is
a
all that matters,
He'll block it with his head.
and I like that.
Block it with his head.
No, you get a real emotional scene with him when they're doing the testing. Though.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like he can tell the result. She can't, but then he starts crying, and then she knows.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't even like.
It's like
This
he
is-
doesn't do anything with his body language
It's just
except
the tear
the
drip.
one tear, and
The
then
tear
she
drips,
knows.
and then she knows.
She knows, yeah.
And God damn it, Michael B. Jordan's so
Good
good.
chemistry.
He's keeping that straight face, and the second he feels the tear, he tries to wipe it away before she sees, but like she sees it
Yep.
too late, and it's like, oh my.
Damn near hits himself in the face, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just real damn good bit of acting by Tessa Thompson, Michael B. Jordan here.
Good chemistry again.
It's real good.
I'm more of a physics guy. I'm kidding.
Once again, outside,
D
Rocky
plus.
makes an attempt to call his son Robert, but he again backs down in fear. He's getting there. That is another thing Adonis said to him when he was raging in the hospital bed. Is like, well, you're too scared to even call your son, and you're going to give me lectures, blah, blah, blah. So Rocky is trying to work up the courage to do that, but fails here again.
Oh, Rock.
It's at this point Rocky decides to start training Donnie for the rematch. By doing what? Fucking taking him to the goddamn desert. Like this part because he's like, the way your normal fighting style isn't going to work against this dude. He's a monster. And he's like, what? Your style will? And Rocky's like, I won, didn't I?
Enough dog in your
Deserts in New Mexico is where they filmed it. You were right. So
Not Mexico, not Tijuana.
he needs to reinvigorate Adonis' spirit, and the best way to do that is just nasty, dig deep,
Best way
hard
to do that is take him to
dirt
the desert.
work in New Mexico in the
Running
desert.
down fucking highway, 150
150 degrees outside.
Seeing Heisenberg's camper in the background.
Reinvigorate his spirit. Meanwhile, Ivan puts Victor through a more intense and harsh training session in front of the
Mr.
press
White
again. I like how we kind of get the mirror flip now, kind of like it was in
Rocky 4.
4. They're all training in front of people, and they're just kind of out in the middle of nowhere, just getting it done.
Yep.
Kind of like that.
Except not in Wyoming where it's cold.
We get the training session in the desert here. Again, it's kind of broken into two halves, but this is our montage, you know what I'm saying? If we're going to rank this montage. We get the tire sparring, where they're in the tire sparring. We get the running down the highway in 115 degree weather.
It's just in the desert just makes it awesome.
I know.
Yeah.
Right?
I love. Didn't we look up who that like short, like buff tattooed dude that he was body sparring with was? Wasn't that somebody? Or
No. We looked up.
There's somebody. Yeah, I remember there's somebody of no significance.
I think the last one we looked up was the dude that he got into a fight with at the club.
Oh, the rapper, yeah.
And that was it was like a local Philly rapper. Yeah.
GG,
So,
It's time to rank that montage, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of lower on this montage.
Yeah,
it's not
it's
like
low.
there's nothing about it that like stands out. It's cool.
It's a second stage montage where like
It's
at
a
first
2-stage montage,
for
but I feel like it
sure.
does it the worst. Our montage ranking right now is we have number 1, Rocky 4.
Perfect.
Number 2, Rocky 3. Number 3, Creed 1. Number 4, Rocky 2. Number 5, Rocky Balboa. Number 6, Rocky 1, and number 7, Rocky 5.
I'm inclined to put it right behind Balboa. Just
I was
because-
gonna say
I think-
ahead
I think
of
it's a
Balboa.
little better than
I
ones.
love the
kinda-
Balboa just because the hurting bombs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think it was better than Balboa though, because of the scene and where it was at.
I think it was better than one, but not as good as Balboa's. I like Balboa's a lot.
I don't think it's better than Balboa.
Okay, well that puts it at number. That puts it
I can agree with that. I just
as
think
the
it's-
new number 6, right underneath Balboa.
Balboa stay strong. My childhood.
So
is
the new
mates.
rankings is 1, 4, 2, 3, 3 Creed 1, 4 Creed 2, 5 Rocky Balboa, 6 Creed 2, 7 Rocky 1, and 8 Rocky 5.
Yes.
Remind me again.
Wow.
Number one
Deserve to be on
montage
this
was not the beach, was
We
it?
should
Was it the
annex
beach?
Rocky 5.
Beach is 3, yeah.
Beach is 3.
That's
right. And
perfect.
So who was number? What was the montage number 1?
Rocky 4 in the Siberian.
Oh yeah, the Siberia. Okay, yeah.
And then number 2 was Creed 1.
Number 2 is Rocky 3. Number
Yes,
3.
That's the beach scene.
That's the beach scene.
The thighs.
I think, yeah. hmm
And then what's number 3?
Which
That's-
arguably
Number
could
3,
be
I think,
number
was
one.
Creed 1.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Got the
Perfect. It's the
thighs.
perfect list.
So far, so good. I think we're doing okay. on
Yeah.
And
that.
the montage is
After all of the montage and the training, I love the sprint down the road at the end. Like when he's just like sweaty and super buff.
Just see the heat
and
waves.
He's just like ripping, dude.
That
I
inner
love it.
clubber land.
glistening.
Just glistening, dude.
Glitter.
This, of course, is followed up by the night of the rematch.
And I'll say it. I agree with Kyle. It is the best walk-in, like the best.
I agree.
It's
I mean,
so
there's
so
That-
far.
you sounded like that chicken hawk from fucking Looney Tunes. I say.
I'll say. Well, yeah, that's my age.
But in my defense, the Rocky movies aren't famous for having good
No.
walkouts.
I think where me and so I'll agree with you. This is like the most heartfelt and like deep walkout that we've ever gotten. I think the coolest ones, like for
Yeah.
visual
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
are in the next one.
That could, that's a good point.
I was thinking
That's a
about it
fair
too. I was like,
argument.
this
The
is where
fire-
we differ, but I'll agree. This is the most heartfelt walkout
Yeah.
that we get.
The fire intro in Creed 1 was pretty cool too.
Dude, and hear me out.
Yeah, the fire intro's dope.
The-
And then, I mean, obviously the funny ones, the fucking Living in America and coming out as
The most-
George
the most
Washington.
Yeah,
badass-
that was good.
The most badass one that we're gonna get is not for a fighter that's like even gonna be relevant in the next movie, and that's crazy.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah. Oh, you'll see in the next one what I'm talking about. It's so fucking badass.
I
dude.
bet. I bet.
because it's the
The Mexican dude.
Mexican.
Yeah.
dude,
Let's
right?
go.
So fucking
Let's
sick.
go.
It is
Canelo!
the
Johnny's like,
Mexican dude. The fucking sickest walkout I've ever seen, dude.
He beats the Adonis. He
Oh, dude.
takes the belt. That's
It's
the
so
dude.
fucking.
He
I
takes the name,
can't
takes
wait
his
to watch
bitch.
it with you because like I'm so hyped for you to see this.
I'll start speaking Spanish and shit.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do
That's the only thing I
Cracks
like.
him-
The rest of the movie,
A
dog shit.
fucking case of Modelo just appears on the table.
it. Dude, it's crazy. Straight up.
Creed.
The night of the rematch comes, and of course takes place in Moscow, which is bullshit.
Yeah,
Like I don't care how hyped the fight is. Your fighter loses the fight in a disqualification to the champ. You're fighting in America.
I was gonna
It
say,
would've
does
been, if they would have given us a reason for it, or if they would have been like in the first or in Rocky 4, it was like, everybody wants to kill us in America. That's why we're doing it here. There was a reason for it. I get it. This one, what's the reason for it being in Russia?
you probably wanted?
Yeah, there's no
There's
reason.
no
at all.
reason
They're
for
just
it.
like, oh, he technically won. Blah blah blah.
No, you didn't.
But like, I don't care. He got disqualified to the champ in America. The rematch is gonna be in America.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Should have been
I
at the
don't care
Staples Center,
fucking
baby.
What
Yeah,
happens?
the
The only way
Staples
this happens
Center.
is if Adonis is like, "Fuck it, I'll do it in
Yeah,
Russia" on the first time they ask,
which is just
which
I
he
don't know why
wouldn't.
he would.
But whatever. I overlook it because whatever drama.
Yeah.
Movie, bullshit movie. You know.
I love it.
I love the. First of all, Jesus Christ, the fucking back shot of Michael B. Jordan. I'm like, holy pause. But like the shot
Did
of
you see how quick?
the shot of his fucking like traps and lats and
Yeah.
shit like from the back. I'm like, holy fucking A, Michael B. Jordan. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Big boy.
Like save some for the rest of us, you know? No wonder I can't get a goddamn six pack. He's fucking hogging them all,
The
dude.
back shots are crazy.
The back shots were crazy. I agree. Pause.
It's funny as hell. Back shots.
Drago comes in, stands in the ring and watches as Adonis's walkout starts. And like we just said, this is my to date my favorite walkout in the entire series because he comes out and who's playing the walkout song for him? It's fucking Bianca, and they're crushing it. And she's got the lights and the little like
She's got dope
lasers,
echoing
but also
music.
like I don't know the word I want for it, but like the beads that are like shooting around the top.
Oh
of the,
yeah, yep.
It has something to do with like audio. I forget what it's called, but really cool. She's singing for him as he comes out. He's in this sick ass like fucking suede boxing robe and comes in, takes off the robe, and it's fucking gray coal and black fucking Creed shorts. I'm like, let's go, dude. Cool.
You should have. They should have put like a tiger sound when he takes off the fucking robe. Like
Dude, his
just-
robe, that
Yeah, dude.
Hear me out. Hear
the
me
whole
out.
outfit is dope.
Creed on the front, Balboa on the back.
That's what I'm saying. What?
That would have been sick.
I don't know.
But it don't say nothing on the back. It just said Creed.
The first one was
But
kind of
he's
cool.
white.
Oh yeah, but he's white. Never mind. My bad.
What? What?
Dude, oh, I forgot.
Italian stallion, black dude.
Oh, I forgot.
It'd be cool to rep it
It'd be cool, yeah. A little respect for your coach.
for your uncle, your white uncle.
Free my uncle toes backwards.
We get the double face
Oh,
off
free.
here.
Oh,
God, what a
Okay.
shot, the double
Okay,
face off.
Okay, I gotta say this. So, out of all the Rocky movies and out of all the fighting movies that I've seen and watched, that is my favorite scene out of any fighting movie. Like Never Back Down, Warrior, all that shit. Like that
The double face off?
Yes,
So
that was
good.
so fucking good, man.
Very cool, very
Oh,
good.
Look at him.
Of course, referring to
It was
Adonis
good.
staring down
Not
Victor,
hating.
and then
No,
Rocky
no, it was
staring down
great.
Drago.
Yeah, it was
Ivan.
great.
So good.
I wish they would have did like maybe like a little flashback of like Rocky fucking hitting him or something like that.
We made a
so
joke
good.
about it watching it where he like gets knocked down and he gets up and then he like looks over and sees a force ghost of Apollo Creed who's like, "You want to ring the bell?"
man, we deserve to fucking
Or ghost crop
a,
top
a
Apollo
ghost, a ghost Apollo at some point.
with
Yeah,
a crop
you
top
know,
and short
someday.
shorts on.
Maybe someday.
Cropped up short with his finger in his belly
The
button. like,
newscasters,
What the hell's the matter with you?
the newscasters hype up the fight by saying, of course, it's a little different this time for Adonis because he once again has Rocky Balboa in his corner. Will this change the outcome of the fight? We'll have to see.
Yes,
The crowd of Russians continue to boo Adonis as the match begins.
dude, do you remember the Russian dude that was in Drago's corner? That's like he was the one that yelled that one word, and then Drago would take off and start punching.
Yeah.
He would yell. So if the best thing ever would have been like a 3v3 with him walking up, that dude looking at Duke, fucking dude, how badass would that have been? I don't know where that dude is now.
I
You
feel
should
like
put him in
that.
this
I
movie.
feel like that dude needed to be more prominent in Rocky IV for that to be cool, though.
He wasn't.
Nah,
It would've been
he
really
wasn't
cool.
He
at
was
all.
If they
there.
would have brought him back, it would have been so fucking cool.
But like, is that the
Like
dude?
like
is that
fucking
the dude he
football team
chokes?
capped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they wouldn't have brought him back.
No, that's
anyway.
the dude that's talking shit. It was like his trainer. He would yell some word in Russian. He was like, "Rah!" like that, and then all of a sudden Drago would take off and start.
Here,
fucking
that
throwing
was
bombs.
Yeah.
Did it in
perfect
both
Russian right
fights, yeah.
there. Perfect Russian.
All I said was "rah." Yeah, that's Russian.
Yep.
For sure.
Subtitle, get him.
The match begins, and Victor seems to be taking the lead after round one because Michael B. Jordan just fucking dominates round one. Jesus Christ.
That Apollo jab, you know what I'm saying?
It's the fucking slip and rip that fucking gets him through the whole fight. It's
Oh,
like,
dude.
slip, and then it's that like hook at the end. It's like cross hook every time he slips.
Right.
And it's like I like
And
the way
Rocky points it out. He's like, he fucking overextends his right.
Mhm.
Use that to come in and
he-
blast him
yeah,
fucking
he
hard.
fucking does
and he does.
Or
Pause.
extend your right too.
He blasts him hard.
I've seen your
Pause.
fight footage.
I'm left-handed.
He is left-handed.
You're
That's true.
extending that bitch.
You can show him when you go to the gym with us.
I was
after
gonna say,
this.
I was like, apparently it works since I've never been knocked out, and I have like 12 first-round knockouts.
Well,
Go on.
you're also
Tell me more about my footage.
you're a heavyweight. It's not fair.
Tell me more about my footage, Johnny.
There's a lot of
That's what I
it.
thought. Joe bitch ass.
There's a lot of his.
The
footage.
fight's looking good for Donnie. Like he's looking good. He does take some big nasty shots in between rounds, but he gets a fucking beautiful fucking shoulder roll in there at one point.
Glistens.
Fucking love that shot.
That
I feel
shoulder
like they
roll.
start realizing that it's gonna go bad for them. I don't know what route it is, but that's when he's like, break him.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't-
But after Donnie starts taking the upper hand and winning more rounds,
I like to think they're Dagestani. So
you
she
can
said,
see
"Brother
that
bad, the bad."
Bridget Nielsen in the crowd is starting to get fucking fed up with this. And Drago says break him, points to his ribs. He does. He comes out at the end of the next
Does
round.
she have any lines in this movie?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Maybe at dinner.
At
but I
dinner,
don't
she might
remember
have said
that.
hi or something.
She didn't have any lines and hardly, and even those Beverly Hills.
Yeah, she didn't
barely had
either.
any.
Yeah. Drago hooks his arm and blasts into the left side of his ribs and breaks his ribs once again,
Which the ref didn't.
which the ref didn't see. How convenient. Fucking Russian.
Kansas City ref.
Yeah.
The city ref is crazy.
That's crazy. He said.
Back in the corner, Rocky says, "Hey man, I know it hurts, but like you like the pain, so we're gonna keep this going."
Fucking ouch.
And we're like, oof, man, like Tanner said when we were watching it, that's scary because broken ribs puncture lungs, especially when they continue getting punched.
By a gigantic fucking
Russian.
Russian dude.
Yeah, I broken ribs.
Yeah. Hurts to breathe.
I've
You know what the
had
worst part
ribs
about
when I've
it?
got some-
I coughed one time and I thought I was gonna die.
Dude, it's
It's
the
the
worst.
worst fucking thing in
As
the
someone
world.
who smokes weed and shit, like
Yeah,
I was laying
I,
down.
I would not
after
wish a broken rib on like
After
anybody.
mine, I literally was like, do I risk a
A
cough?
sneeze or a cough will make you shit your pants.
Literally, even like laugh. If someone says something funny and you giggle, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
It's not long before Donnie starts to land more effective blows, even managing to knock Victor on his ass once. And that first time he puts him down, it's violent, dude.
Yeah.
Like he like does the roll and wham, and then he like fucking bounces backwards off the ropes and falls straight down.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
It's like I thought the fight was gonna end right there because a lot of these times it's like, and Rocky was like Rocky gets dropped 17 times, gets back up, drops the other dude once, they done.
It's done.
It's
It's
done.
done.
They're
But-
exhausted. They're exhausted.
Ludmilla
Yeah,
leaves
it
with her
works.
new husband. Ivan and Victor take notice of her leaving, and you can see that Victor's spirit is kind of broken here
Deflated.
when he looks over and his mom is left, having
What a
no faith in him.
Bitch.
Victor gets back up and makes the 8 count, but it's too late because Adonis is ripping into him now, putting him in the corner and just
Beating the shit out
fucking
of
him up,
Just fucking
beating
him.
the shit out of him,
Just
dude.
fucking-
Ivan sees this and he can no longer bear to take it as he walks over to the corner where where his son's getting beat, waves the towel at the official and throws it into the ring officially.
I think that's
throwing
a
him
full
down.
Absolutely
circle
did not
thing.
see that
It
coming.
is.
I believe that's
Big,
a full
big
circle
full circle.
Huge.
Just
Yeah.
because it's like I'm not gonna let my son die like the father died. Hold on. Now.
Right.
The guy
So
that
I
I
know.
killed.
We also like beginning of this movie. You see Drago, and you're like, "There's gonna be pretty much one of our main bad guys." At the end, no, he's not. The real bad guy in this movie, the mom. Fuck that bitch.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Say, buddies.
Ivan does go to see his son, who at first brushes off his father, who Ivan thinks will hate him for this decision. And at first he's a little upset, but eventually does embrace his father. Like that. Like that a lot. How they, how you think, oh yeah, he'll be mad.
You don't get
But
any
they-
like any good moments between them. It's just Drago pushing him for the movie.
And this
so
is
to
the
get
first-
to get a cute moment, like not a cute
Yeah.
moment, but like a heartfelt moment.
Yeah, this is the moment. This
No,
is
it's
one
cute.
of the moments
It's cute.
where
It's cute.
Drago's like, yeah, it's my son. You know, I got it.
But
It's the first time he treated him like a son and not somebody he's just training.
Yeah.
Exactly. He even says it right before he throws in the towel.
It's
He's like,
okay.
get up.
Yeah, he tells him.
And then he realizes, like, oh, fuck, he's done.
But the way he says "get up,"
Yeah,
he was
he's
like,
"Get
"Yeah,
up,
get up."
Get up.
like the opposite of Mickey's. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay down, rock. Stay down, rock.
The fight cuts out. Bianca comes in to congratulate Adonis, and we get that really awesome shot of Rocky sitting down as we see the boxing ring in full lights. Rocky's in the shadows with the Creed on his back.
Well, he's
And
old,
it's
he
just
can't
like
get in the
looking up, and it's like really fucking awesome. Really awesome shot,
Good scene.
as Jordan mentioned. We cut over to
Cemetery.
Adonis walking over to Creed's headstone. And he's like, "Hey man, sorry I didn't visit sooner. You know, I just had a lot of shit to work out.
Or as Jordan would say, you're
I
just
won the
talking to a
fight. I won the fight, but I didn't do it for you. Finally knew what he was fighting for." We cut over to Chicago. I thought it was Vancouver, but it's Chicago, where Rocky climbs out of a taxi with his stupid little ball, and he walks up to a door and knocks on the door, where a
Stupid
kid
little ball.
answers. You must be Logan. And he's like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he's like, "Is your dad home?" And then who comes out of the back room but Robert Jr.
It's not
Like this
Logan.
scene a lot too. He's like, "This is your grandfather," and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" Gives him the
I was
stupid
just-
little
I was
ball.
just-
Wanna play
Oh,
catch?
it's in the stupid little ball.
Gives him the stupid little ball, embraces him, and invites him in invites him in for food. Rocky gives him a hug and accepts as they both walk inside. We cut back over. Ow, I bit my tongue. To the Creed gravestone, where Adonis is there with Bianca. Finally making peace with his name and his legacy. Now that he's in the process of shaping his own, he looks over and signals to
Because they're both deaf, so he signals
to Bianca to bring over Amara, to which he says, "I got somebody I'd like you to meet." And as they both look upon the grave of Apollo Creed, the movie fades, and that is Creed 2.
Wouldn't it have been funny if during like all the like the sign language scenes they were just making it up?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be funny if he just like when he
1000%.
said big
Did she
baby,
just
it was
say
like-
steal second?
She just told me to steal third base.
Woo! That's a good one, boys.
It is a good one.
It
is a good one.
We gotta do Jab. Whose Jab do we want to rank in this movie?
Ooh,
Adonis is
probably
Adonis,
Adonis. Yeah, it was very controlling.
It was-
All right,
good,
right
yeah.
now our Jab ranking. We have Creed in Creed in 2. We have Creed in 1.
Yes.
We have Wheeler in Creed 1.
Yeah.
We have Drago in 4. We have Rocky in 3. Tommy in 5, and Balboa at last.
I still
This-
think Wheeler takes it. No.
Wheeler does. I think this goes right below Wheeler, though.
And above Drago in 4.
Above Drago, yeah. I think it's a solid. Well, yeah,
Well, which
Adonis.
jab are we talking about though? Like
Adonis.
which
Creed.
fight? Yeah, I
Creed
know,
jab?
but
The
which?
second one. When he comes out in that first round and starts just peppering him with that jab.
Yeah.
Well, because he's doing a lot of good shoulder
He doesn't
rolls.
use-
and
Yeah,
coming
he's-
back
yeah.
with those jabs. Pop, pop.
I agree with Tanner. Yeah,
And we
that's-
only get to
that's-
see it in like the
that's
first and second
appropriate.
round of the second fight.
But what
Because
do you
after
think?
that, it's all slip hook. But
It works. What do you think, Kyle?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So we have number 1, Creed.
Wheeler,
in 2.
number 1.
Number 2, Creed in 1. Number 3, Wheeler in Creed 1. Number 4, Creed in Creed 2. Number 5, Drago in 4. Number 6, Rocky in 3. Number 7, Tommy in 5. And then number 8,
Tommy.
Balboa
Tommy
in
should be number
Balboa.
one. Tommy's the shit.
Tommy's
He's a
just
piece
awful,
of
dude.
shit.
Just awful.
Just horrible.
Let's go through some closing thoughts before we rank. Nick, after talking about this movie, has anything changed?
No. Tanner.
Next question.
No, it was really good. I think it's better than Creed. It'll probably be number 1 on the list.
I was, I'm
Yeah,
gonna go ahead
it's just so good.
I didn't-
Who was the
I
director?
I didn't remember liking it this much, but it's
For-
it's definitely, I feel like the best shot, the best written, and the best fucking acting.
The director did
franchise
so
far.
good for his first one.
Johnny? Been
Wrong.
uncharacteristically quiet over
Wrong. Both these opinions are wrong. It's not a bad movie by any stretch of the imagination. It's actually a pretty good movie. I like it a lot. However,
I liked it.
comparing it to like Creed or Rocky 4 or Rocky 3 or Rocky 2 or even any Rocky that isn't 5 or Balboa is kind of like, I don't know. I don't think it's better than the Rockies. I think
He didn't
they're-
say Rocky 1 though.
there. Absolutely crazy.
I think it's better than Balboa and
This is one of the few sequels that I would say is better than the first.
Yeah.
no, I don't
I'll
think
get-
so.
yeah.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
Creed 1 took it. I think Creed 1's still my number 1 and nothing's gonna change that. I
Uh-huh.
think Creed 2 probably
No,
goes
Creed 2 is
somewhere.
going to number 1.
Our rankings right now, currently, we have number 1, Creed. Number 2, Rocky. Number 3, Rocky 4. Number 4, Rocky Balboa. Number 5, Rocky 2. Number 6, Rocky 3. And number 7, Rocky 5.
I have it. I put it in front of Rocky 2. I put it in front of Rocky 2. I think it's number 4.
Rocky 5 is so bad.
number 1.
Oh, yeah, number 1. Yeah.
I was like, I'm pretty sure that was Jordan's
Like I
answer
said,
too.
like I said in my opening thoughts of this, I think this movie is superior to Creed 1 in
Oh,
every
yeah.
single way. Better character development. Maybe not every single way. I think I maybe liked the recording of the fight style more in Creed 1, just because it was kind of more like watching a fight instead of like being.
Creed,
in the
They
ring.
definitely
Creed
like
1 was a
it.
perfect setup for this movie.
But like that's not to say I don't like the inside the ring with the
Yeah.
fighters style of recording.
You hate it.
The one thing I love about Creed 1 is that he took a real punch. That's what I
Yeah,
love.
that's a good one too. And like, honestly, I think they took real punches in this one too, because they both took a slow motion shot, like where they're getting the shot cam or whatever, where their faces are all moving. Like, I don't think faces just do that.
Yeah, I
because
don't-
of
I don't
acting.
know.
I don't
think
know.
they
When
have-
I punch Tanner in the face, it'd be like that.
we'll see here. We'll go to the gym after this.
I'm not.
Oh, how fucking convenient.
I know, right?
How fucking convenient.
No surprise, Jordan agrees with us, saying that Creed 2 is better than Creed 1.
I think Jordan's opinion doesn't matter.
You can think whatever you want. Big dog. You can think
I don't think his
whatever you
counts.
want.
So it's going below Rocky
It's-
5.
Good. Keep it there.
All right, that will make. I'll fix these numbers in a bit. That'll make number 1, Creed 2. Number 2, Creed. Number 3, Rocky. Number 4, Rocky 4. Number 5, Rocky Balboa. Number 6, Rocky 2. Number 7, Rocky 3. And number 8, Rocky 5. Will Rocky 5 climb out of last place when we watch Creed 3 tomorrow? Not
Yes.
tomorrow, next week. I doubt it.
I will put it
Rocky 5 is
Never
horrible.
know.
But you never know. The
Um,
walkout could save it.
ladies and
apparently.
gentlemen, let us know what you think of our rankings. Are they doo-doo? Are they not?
Are they doo-doo or not
Are
cocky?
Tune
they
in
pee-pee,
next
poo-poo,
week.
papa?
Tune in next week, you guys. I want you to make sure you do your homework next week because I want you to make your own personal lists. Because next week we're doing that.
No.
Of what your rankings of these movies are.
Are we doing rank that jab too?
No, just the rankings of this one. And then we'll probably do a couple of other fun things just because it's the finale next week. So I usually do like a quiz, and then we can maybe do like ranking the opponents or something like that next week. So
Who had the best? Who had the best physique? I think that should be.
Tanner was
Tommy.
floating around the idea of doing like a villains bracket and seeing like
Oh,
who we
Tommy's
think
number
would-
1.
We should have a physique bracket too. Like,
Well, Michael B. Jordan would take that.
well, I mean, let's
Like
just.
physique.
I don't
Drago
know,
in 4,
dude.
dude.
Drago,
Oh,
in
Drago,
four-
yeah,
or,
yeah,
fucking, or
Drago.
fucking Creed in 2.
Here we
dude.
Or
go.
fucking Clubber Lang.
Here we
He's
go.
fucking
This
jacked.
is what I want.
This is why we might have to do a villains bracket. Let's go.
No,
crazy.
a physique bracket because we need a. I mean,
I wanna-
Oh, they're talking bodies.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
oh,
bodies,
I was talking villains still. But yeah, we
body,
can do that too.
yaddy, yaddies.
Well, he wants to talk about dude physiques. I was just ranking villains. My bad.
I mean, I appreciate it. You got to appreciate it, you know.
know if you don't appreciate
ladies
it.
and gentlemen, let us know what you think of our lists in the comment below.
You son of
If
a
we're big, huge, idiot dumbasses, keep that shit to yourself. But like, if you love our list, feel free to tell us that.
Rocky wants to be number 2. Rocky should be number 2.
Who the fuck
Thanks,
puts
Tanner.
Rocky
Thanks,
5
Nick.
at number
Thanks,
1?
Johnny, for coming once again. We'll see you guys next week when we talk about Creed 3. We love you. We've done one for every single one. So what's a Rockyism we should do for this one?
thought you. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's a good one. We got. He's overextending the right. That's a good one too.
I was thinking the Drago fucking must break your boy.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good
You
one.
start us off.
What does he say again?
Victor will break your boy.
That was pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
Victor will break your boy.
Oh, I like
that was
I like that.
Iron Man. That was Iron Man 2. Like,
I want my bird.
I wanted my bird.
Victor will break your boy.
Ooh, I like it.
Victor will break your boy.
Ooh.
He got like the.
That's a good one too. I think I like Tanner's the most.
Yeah.
But we did good on that one, boys.
Yeah.
Shout out guys for watching. We'll see you next
You
week.
sounded like Mickey Rourke, though.